They fought in the Crusades, but who were the Knights Templar? What was their connection to the Freemasons, and what happened to all of their treasure? The Knights Templar were one of the most mysterious orders of the Middle Ages. They were founded in 1118, during the First Crusade by a French nobleman, Hugues de Payens. He and his 18 companions took vows of poverty, chastity and obedience, and dedicated themselves to the service of God and the protection of pilgrims on their way to the Holy Land. Soon, though, the order grew in size and wealth. By 1150, the Templars owned 12,000 acres of land in France alone, as well as property throughout England, Ireland, Italy, and Spain. They even had their own mint and issued their own currency. And while commonly known as ferocious fighters, 90% of Templars were actually administrative employees. But how did a holy order dedicated to poverty become so wealthy? The answer lies in the very nature of their vow. See, back then, if you wanted to go on pilgrimage to the Holy Land, you had to cross Europe, which was dangerous. Bandits and entire armies would attack pilgrims for their valuables, and Templar vows forbade them from carrying gold or silver. So, to protect pilgrims on their way to the Holy Land, the Templars built a banking system. Here's how it worked. A pilgrim concerned about traveling with valuables could turn his valuables over to a Templar building in his home city and get a check for its value. That check would then be given to the Templars upon arrival at their destination. They'd present that check to the Templars and get that value back. Voila, banking. But this system required a huge amount of trust, not to mention paperwork, and the Templars, being holy men, were trusted more than most. As a result, people began storing their valuables with the Templars for safekeeping, which made the order unimaginably rich, but it also made them a target. In 1307, King Philip IV of France, who had long been envious of Templar wealth, accused them of heresy and summoned them before his court. On Friday, October 13th, that year, 500 Templars were arrested and thrown into Parisian dungeons. Hugues de Payens and other high-ranking Templars were tortured to death, and by 1312, the entire order had been disbanded and its property seized by the crown. Some historians believe Philip seized the Templars' treasure and used it to finance a war with the English, while others claim the Templars hid their treasure before their arrest, and it's still out there somewhere. But regardless of what happened to their treasure, the Templars' influence was not forgotten. In fact, legends of their supposed wealth and mysterious demise inspired the myth that the Knights Templar were actually a secret society, a conspiracy theory that persists to this day. For more on the real Knights Templar, stay tuned.